Hi. So, can the power of my heart actually change my life? Hi, I'm Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind. So today, we're seeking to answer the question, a question that I've posed to you in different ways before on past broadcasts. Can the power of my heart actually change my life? The short answer is yes. But before I explain that answer further, I want to remind you that you are going to have repeats. That is, I am going to be repeating things over and over and over again in order to help your mind overcome its own self-destructive tendencies. And what I mean by that is our society has taught us that we are powerless. Our society has taught us that we have little value only to the extent of our bank account, whatever that may be. And it's also taught us that we're not very smart, so we can be easily deceived. But the truth of the matter is these are all lies. All lies. Our society is wrong on so many levels because our society's teachings are based on fear. You are not powerless. You are powerful. You are not of low value. You are much more than your bank account, and you're not stupid. You're smarter than you can even imagine because you are connected to the source of all knowledge, infinite intelligence, the source of all knowledge. So in order to get our minds past the fear that is so deeply implanted in us, I repeat the things we need to know that will empower us and bring our lives to the point where we are strong, till we break through the fear barriers, and we raise our awareness to the levels of consciousness where we can empower ourselves and bring our lives to the level of peace, love, harmony that we deserve. We deserve it. When I was in advertising, we lived by the principle that it was necessary for a message to be heard or seen by the people we were trying to reach at least 7 times before it would penetrate their consciousness. They had to see the message at least 7 times. So when I repeat, that's what I'm doing, is trying to break through to your consciousness to the point that you begin to understand what is being said, and it begins to become integrated into your consciousness. So it's something that is there, something that you don't have to think about anymore because it is now part of your system. Please click on the thumbs up button while we're at it here. It's below. And if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And remember, I'd love to have your thoughts, questions, and comments. So you can use the chat box on the right side of the screen, or you can use the comment section below if this is a replay. So, back to the question at hand. Can your life be changed through the power of your heart? Okay, so let's get in and dig in and begin to understand our true nature and power. Now, each and every one of us is an individualized expression of infinite intelligence. I say that a lot. I want you to remember that a lot because that is the truth. You are an individualized expression of infinite intelligence. You are an individualized expression of infinite intelligence. My wife tells me I repeat that too much. But I want it to stick in your minds. You are an individualized expression of infinite intelligence. Once it's there, you don't have to think about it anymore because you know it to be the truth. You are an individualized expression of infinite intelligence. Now, everything that exists as a vibration. Everything is vibrating. Everything is vibrating, including you. And so we are in this big mix of vibrational things. All matter is vibrating. All people are vibrating. We're controlled and influenced by the combination of the vibrations from our brain and our hearts. Our brains and our hearts. Now, many of us already know about brain waves. They've got machines that measure brain waves. They're called electroencephalograms or EEG machines. And they measure the electronic or the electrical activity of the brain by putting electrodes on the head. And as you've probably learned in high school science, wherever there's electrical activity, electromagnetic waves are generated. For instance, in the electric cords that are attached to the refrigerator or the dishwasher or even your television set, all those cords, because electricity is flowing through them, generate an electromagnetic field around them that can actually be measured. So as long as you are alive, your brain generates an electromagnetic field around your head. Now those waves don't extend much beyond your head. That's why electrode has to be placed on your head in order to measure them. Now most people think that's as far as it goes. You have brain waves. As long as you're alive, your brain generates waves. And when you're dead, there are no waves. Your brain dead. But what most people don't realize is that at the very same time your brain is generating waves, your heart is generating waves as well. The heart is more than just a muscle that keeps the blood flowing through our bodies. It's more than that just a pump that beats at 100,000 times a day, over 100,000 times a day, and pumps over 2 gallons of blood every minute through our bodies. The heart is actually the center of your being. It influences every cell in your body. Now, according to studies conducted by the Heart Math Institute, there is a nervous system pathway that carries signals from the heart to the brain, as well as there's a system that carries signals from the brain to the heart. Well, what they found that was surprising is that the heart sends more signals to the brain than the brain does to the heart. In other words, the heart influences how the brain reacts to the world. The heart is in control. Even more surprising than that is that the heart contains its own little brain with about 40,000 neurons. But the big news is the heart generates its own electromagnetic field. Generates its own electromagnetic field. And what's so powerful about that field is that it is estimated to be over 5,000 times stronger than the field generated by the brain. It is so strong that it can be measured several feet away from the body in all directions. Let me repeat that. It is so strong that it can be measured several feet away from the body in all directions. In all directions. So that means that if you're standing within a few feet of somebody else, they are in your heart wave field, and you're in theirs. Think about that a minute. If you're standing within a few feet of somebody else, your heart waves are intermixing with their heart waves. Your heart waves are intermixing with their heart waves. Your heart is continuously vibrating. Your heart is continuously generating an electromagnetic wave field all around you that is proclaiming your emotional state of being. That means that you are subconsciously influencing the person next to you. And at the same time, you're being subconsciously influenced by that same person. The problem is that most of the time, neither one of you know what you're doing. Most of the time, neither one of you know what is happening, that you are influencing each other with your heart waves. The first time I realized that that was going on was when I was in high school, and I would take the bus to school. There are times when I would suddenly feel angry for no reason. But if I would look around, I could find an angry person, an angry frown, someone with an angry frown, sitting in the seat very near mine. There are other moments when I would find myself suddenly sexually aroused, and I wonder why, only to turn around and see a couple of teenagers making out in the seat behind me. The point is that we are not an island all to ourselves. We are vibrational beings in the mix with other vibrational beings in a thick soup of vibrations influencing each other without awareness of what we are doing. Your heart is continuously sending out electromagnetic waves, and those are attracting people, situations, and circumstances into your life that match your own vibrations. But you probably have no idea why those people, situations, or circumstances have come into your life. But what if you knew what you were doing? What if you knew how your vibrations influenced your life? What if you knew that your state of mind could make your life worse or better depending on how you used it? You know, it's been called the law of attraction because vibrations attract like vibrations. Vibrations attract vibrations that match them. So you're always sending out waves that attract back to you those situations, circumstances, and people that match your vibration. Most of us don't know how that works. And I'm afraid many of those who do know how it works try to use it to get stuff. They try to get money, or they try to get a new car, or they try to get a new job. And often it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But I'll talk about that later. But spiritual warriors, that's what we're becoming. Spiritual warriors can take it to a much higher level, a much more powerful level, a level that could help change your life, and eventually a level that can help change the world. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. In the meantime, let's close with prayer. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing all of us together in this life so that we may become spiritual warriors and join in the work we have come here to do. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us into this space of awareness and deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to life and infinite intelligence. Thank you for showing us who we really are. We open our minds and hearts to the truth of our being. We are the children of God. We are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. And because we are part of the greater whole, we're beginning to understand our value to the continuity of life on this planet. As we become channels of your power, infinite intelligence, we can feel your presence within ourselves and within our lives more and more. And we know that as we feel your presence within our lives every day, we will rise, because we are no longer cut off from you by being immersed in the darkness of fear, anger, and the pain of unforgiveness. So we are now restoring our connection through the grace of forgiveness, knowing that as we learn to forgive ourselves for the pain we have caused to ourselves, and as we learn to forgive those who have inflicted pain upon us, our connections will grow stronger, and our lives will grow happier and healthier and more prosperous. And for this, we are truly grateful. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so it is. Amen. Again, thank you for watching. Appreciate your being here. If you haven't already done so, please click on the thumbs up button below. No, the thumbs up button on the right side of the... No, it's below the video. Okay, I'll be okay. Click on the thumbs up button below the video, and if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe by clicking on my logo on the lower right-hand corner, the Arise logo. Remember, I'd love to have your thoughts, comments, and questions, which you can get to me either through the chat box on the right side of the screen or in the comments section below the video. So, I want to thank you again for watching. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow so we can continue our discussion about the power of your heart and its vibrations and how it can change your life and the life of those around you. In the meantime, I am Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this has been On the Wings of Your Mind.